Good morning and welcome to another Ministry Minute with Pastor T. Look here this morning, I'm talking about how soon we forget. I am in the New Living Translation Bible. I'm in the book of Mark, chapter 8, starting at verse 1. And it reads, about this time another large crowd had gathered and the people ran out of food again. Jesus called his disciples and told them, I feel sorry for these people. They have been here with me for 3 days and they have nothing left to eat. If I send them home hungry, they will faint along the way, for some of them have come a long distance. His disciples replied, how are we supposed to find enough food to feed them out here in the wilderness? Jesus asked, how much bread do you have? 7 loaves, they replied. So Jesus told all the people to sit down on the ground. Then he took the 7 loaves, thanked God for them, and broke them into pieces. He gave them to his disciples, who distributed the bread to the crowd. A few small fish were found too. So Jesus also blessed these and told the disciples to distribute them. They ate as much as they wanted. Afterward, the disciples picked up 7 large baskets of leftover food. There were about 4,000 men in the crowd that day, and Jesus sent them home after they had eaten. Amen. Look here. Now, here it is. The disciples, they forgot real quickly. Now, over there in Mark chapter 6, God had just fed the 5,000 with 2 fish and 5 loaves. And here it is, 4,000 men that are still hungry. They've been with Jesus for 3 days, and Jesus did not want to send them home hungry. And so here it is, the disciples, they forgot. They was like, God, we ain't got enough to feed them. God said, how much? Jesus said, how much bread you got left? He said, give it on over here. We got to understand that we can't forget. This is not our first rodeo needing help from Jesus. And this is not the first time he's helped us. How soon do we forget that he got us out of this? How soon do we forget he got us out of that? How soon do we forget that he's made ways out of no ways for us time and time again? And now we find ourselves in a situation and a circumstance, and we act like that God doesn't have all power in his hands. We act like Jesus can't heal, can't save, can't deliver, can't make a way, can't give us a breakthrough. And here it is. Jesus said, how much bread do you have? 7 loaves, they replied. So Jesus told all the people to sit down on the ground. Then he took the 7 loaves, thanked God for them, and broke them into pieces. And what we need to do in our situation, we need to sit our situation down, and we need to take it to the Lord in prayer, give thanks to God, and watch him break it, multiply, divide it, do whatever it is that he needs to do. We got to understand that we serve a God that can't fail. We serve a God that sits high and looks low, and he sees the very predicament that we find ourselves in. He's not blind and he's not deaf to the situations and the circumstances in which we find ourselves in. And so all we have to do on today is believe. All we have to do is go back in our memory banks, and many of us don't have to go far. We could see what, God, you made a way right here. Lord, I didn't have it over here, but you made a way somehow. Lord, I thought it was going to happen and I was going to lose it all over here, but you allowed me to recover it all over there. Lord, I thought it was going to foreclose over here, but you made a way over there. God, you keep doing it again. And so all we need to do is go to God and say, I need you to do it again, Lord. You see my situation and circumstances. I need you to do it again, because the Bible declares they ran out of food again. So this lets us know that they find themselves in the same predicament that they were in earlier, and the Lord brought them out. And you got to understand this. You may find yourself in the same predicament, still needing help in this area, still need to be delivered in that area, and you find yourself again in the same trouble. And don't you know we serve a delivering God? He'll deliver you again. So don't forget, because how soon did these disciples forget that God just fed the 5,000 with 2 fish and 5 loaves? And here it is, he got 7 loaves of bread. What more can he do with 7 loaves? And he found a few fish. So on today, be blessed. I hope you've enjoyed this ministry minute. And if it be the Lord's will, I'll be back Sunday with a preach word. Have a great day.